So here's a year-end secret for people who make money from their music and have to pay tax on it. Stick around and find out how Uncle Sam could play Santa for you this year and help you make what I call a year-end purchase. So I'm going to start this video by saying I'm not a legal expert or a tax advisor, so hear what I say, but definitely check with your own accountant or CPA to see what's right in your situation, because tax law is full of subtleties. But the basic fact is, for anyone who makes money from music, buying new gear at year end can potentially reduce your tax liability. You need to be in the business of creating, performing, or recording music. But music doesn't have to be your full-time job or your only source of income. So you actually already have a music business if you earn musical income that gets reported on 1099 forms. So in fact, even a lot of hobbyists who play out regularly and earn money still have to claim their music income on their tax returns. Now, most musicians report the income from their music business on IRS Schedule C, profit or loss from business or profession. Well, this is where you report everything you've earned and where you can deduct a lot of the expenses that you accrued in order to make your music. So for a guitarist like me, that would include things like strings and accessories, guitar and amp repairs, travel costs, other equipment. I mean, really any money you spent so that you could make more money. So I urge you, keep track of everything. Keep all your receipts. All right, so how is it possible that buying gear at year end or making a year end purchase can save you money? Now, we're talking about saving on your taxes by buying music gear that's tax deductible. So in simple terms, here's how it works. These are going to be very round numbers, right? Yours will differ. But let's say you earned $15,000 in music income this whole year. You've tallied up all your expenses related to making music so far, and that amount is, let's say, $10,000. So you got $15,000 in gross income, you deduct $10,000 in expenses, and you arrive at net income of $5,000. So net income is actually what you pay tax on. Now let's assume, based on the tax bracket from your W-2 day job income, that your net music income is going to be taxed at 20%. So 5,000 times 20% is 1,000. So in other words, if you don't do or buy anything else, you're going to pay Uncle Sam $1,000. Now there's something called a Section 179 deduction. This actually allows any business to buy equipment, could be up to $1 million worth, and you can deduct the whole expense in the year you bought it. So in our hypothetical, remember, you've got net income of $5,000, you're going to pay $1,000 in tax. But now what if you go out and buy that $5,000 custom shop guitar that you've drooled over for years? That's the guitar that is going to inspire you. It's going to take your music to a whole new level. It's going to make you more successful as a musician. Okay, as long as you'll use that new guitar to make money, thanks to Section 179, the entire amount of that purchase will be deductible this year. So suddenly, your net income from music drops from $5,000 to $0. And so would your tax liability, right? Because 20% of $0 is $0. So think about that, right? You just bought a $5,000 guitar with pre-tax money, and Uncle Sam subsidized your purchase by $1,000. That's the money you didn't pay in tax. So this same IRS rule applies to any equipment you use to make money making music. So that could be a new computer or a hard drive or plugins or a guitar case, keyboard, whatever. Now, warning. This only works in good years where your music business has built up excess cash. If you need the money to live on, don't splurge on gear instead of food or savings. If that's your situation, just pay the tax and keep the $4,000 for your other needs. But quite a few musicians that I know have W-2 day jobs, and that brings in the money that they live on and they save. So their music careers are really sidelines. But from the IRS perspective, they're still legitimate businesses that have to report income and pay tax. So I've been self-employed since the late 80s, and music is a core part of my business every year. I'm a video producer director, and I compose music that I usually use in soundtracks. But I'm also a solo performer, and I have a band called Cosmic Spin. We get paid to perform live. We also earn money from releasing music online. When the loving star and the light go down, there's not another living soul around. And we get multiple 1099s from venues and distribution channels, and they all come in at the end of the year, or in January. So there's really no question that I have legitimate income from music, and it's taxable. So when I see substantial accrued earnings in my business bank account as the year end gets closer, I know it's time to tally up and calculate how much I've actually made, how much I can legitimately deduct, and then what my tax liability is likely to be. Because what I really don't want to happen in April on tax day is to get a nasty surprise that I owe a big tax payment when I could have invested some or all of that money in new or better gear. So the gear end purchase ritual has been super helpful to me. It's how I got this guitar, for example. And if you're someone who makes good money from your music, Uncle Santa could have an unexpected gift for you too. Now, if you want to know more, just get to the details. The online music store SWEETWATER.com has a free short guide to income tax planning for musicians, and they update it every year. That article references an excellent DISCMAKERS blog article called Tax Tips for the Working Musician. Super helpful. It goes into all the detail about what you can deduct and what you can't. So I'm going to put links to both of those in the description. Now, if you do decide, if you have extra money and you decide to buy any gear and you buy any of it through Amazon, please take a moment to click through my affiliate link, which is also in the description. It really helps me because you're going to get the same low price, but I get these small commissions on your purchases and they actually add up, and that makes my season a little brighter too. So here's wishing you very happy holidays and an exciting gear end. If you want some creative ideas for stocking stuffers, I've made a couple of videos with ideas for acoustic and electric guitars. So if you got an acoustic guitarist in your life, check out that one. If you got an electric guitarist in your life, check out that one. Please do check them out. I hope all your musical wishes come true this year. Thanks for stopping by Guitar Discoveries.